I had been in love with Luke for 5 years before we finally got married. We met in college. He was charming, ambitious, and had this way of making me feel like I was the only woman in the world. His family? Well, they were a different story. From the moment I met his parents, I knew I wasn't good enough in their eyes. I wasn't rich, I wasn't from some long bloodline of Ivy League legacy, and most importantly, I wasn't the type of woman who would just play housewife quietly in the background. Still, I thought love would be enough. I thought that Luke loved me for who I was, and that he'd stand by me when it mattered. I was wrong. The first red flag came just days after he proposed. His parents insisted on a prenup. Luke seemed embarrassed, even apologetic, but he said it was just a formality. He promised me it wouldn't affect anything between us. I believed him. But when I finally sat down with the lawyer and read the prenup, my hands started shaking. Right there, in bold letters, ... It said, "This is Luke's house, and if a separation occurs, you will vacate immediately with no claim." No claim, no support, no acknowledgement of the years I had already invested in our life together. It wasn't a safety net. It was a loaded gun pointed at my independence. I remember confronting Luke about it that night. His response? "Babe, it's just my parents being cautious. I don't ever see us splitting up, so it doesn't matter." But it did matter. It mattered that he didn't push back. It mattered that he let his parents decide what I was worth in this marriage. It mattered that deep down, a part of him didn't fully believe I was in this for the long haul. Against my better judgment, I signed. I convinced myself love would protect me more than any contract ever could. Fast forward 3 years, I gave up my career to support Luke's startup. I managed our home, supported his business emotionally and financially with my savings, even helped him land his first investors with my connections. We weren't struggling, we were thriving. Or so I thought. Slowly, I started noticing changes. Luke became distant, more controlling. He'd brush off my concerns, gaslight me into thinking I was overreacting. Until one day, I found text messages. He was having an affair with his assistant, someone his parents adored. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. He just said, maybe this wasn't working the way we thought. I was numb, heartbroken, but worst of all, powerless. Because when I told him I wanted space and asked him to leave the house, he smirked and said, "You signed the prenup, remember? This is my house." And just like that, I realized the woman I had been, the hopeful, trusting version of myself, was gone. I packed my bags and left, while he stayed in the house I helped build, both literally and emotionally. His parents had won. I was just another mistake they warned him about. And now I was gone, erased as easily as a name off a guest list. But this isn't a story of defeat. In the months that followed, I rebuilt my life. I went back to school, started my own business, reconnected with friends I'd been isolated from. And when Luke tried to come back, after his affair fizzled out and his business started crumbling, I didn't even open the door. Because this time, I set the terms. And they didn't need a lawyer's signature to be final. So here's what I wish someone had told me. If someone truly loves you, they'll protect you even from their own family's control. Love isn't just about roses and romance. It's about choosing your partner in every hard moment, not just the easy ones. I learned it the hard way. But now I live on my own terms, in my own home. And no prenup, no parent, no man will ever write me out of my story again.